Olympus sentries attacking civilians. We've come to expect this stuff by now. And when I was first making through on Titan, I had the level 4 Blades of Exile. So yeah, they really aren't much of a problem this time around. Especially considering you have the Hermes boots if you think that would really help. And of course, same strategy, weaken them, use them as a battering ram when the opportunity presents itself. You can also throw them off if you want, but it's annoying, it's a pain, and sometimes you won't get XP out of it. Well, those Cyclops took a long time to appear. These are Cyclops Enforcers. Now, these Cyclops you cannot ride on. You might have seen these in God of War 1 when you arrived in Athens. These are pretty much the same exact things, actually. They are a tad different, a bit more challenging in my opinion. My main method of attacking them is using the L1 triangle thing, the Tars Raid, which you get at level 4 blades, but I don't have level 4 blades at this time. So I have to instead fight them like I would normally, using my triangle combo and keeping my distance from them. Thankfully, I get the level 4 blades before I finish the last Cyclops. And of course, the battering ram is pretty great as always on them. I think these new square combos are actually better. Oh, and I fucked up on this part. The damage penalty wasn't too bad. So yeah, the animation is actually the same as before. But it's nice to see it in these graphics. And finally, level 4 blades. If you have them, just spam out your L1 triangle attack, provided the sentries are not going to hurt you. If you want to get a combo going, do it in the air. Just make sure you don't screw up like I did. I think there's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. The red orb count for the circle prompt and killing them normally, I do not believe really differs that much, if at all. Like, there's no health or magic orbs being gained out of doing the circle prompt. Unlike in the other games, actually. So, if you want to kill them with the circle prompt, and well, if you're usually worried about getting too little experience from the circle prompts, you don't have to worry much here. The Flame of Olympus. So here we're in the upper chamber of the flame. And we're about to encounter a interesting, kind of I wouldn't really say unique, but odd kind of puzzle for God of War. And the level 4 Blades of Exile also grant me an upgraded form of Cyclone of Chaos, where you can tap square to continue for a bit. And you also have a new Golden Fleece counter. By pressing triangle, your enemies go into the air. Not sure if this does more damage or not. Pretty sure it does. So yeah. And here we're introduced to the Sirens. They may fight similar to God of War, to how they were in God of War 1 and 2, but their main thing is they look different, actually, like a lot different, more demonic than womanish. You have to use your Helios Flash because they can turn invisible, which is kind of annoying. they aren't really too difficult compared to their God of War 1 and 2 counterparts. Arguably harder, but not that much harder. And when the circle appears above their head, you want to get a few hits in before pressing circle, since they still will take damage. An interesting thing is that they can actually steal your experience. I mean, not your experience, your magic, which is pretty annoying. You can tell if they're gonna go in the air like she is there. So do a little shock without stun Kratos, and then she'll proceed to steal your magic. Now you cannot get back. You can stop her by either using your circle vault or using a charged up Apollo's bow arrow. When they're not surrounded, they're really much easier. And killing them is slightly different. You still break their backs, but they'll actually unleash a shockwave this time, like they did with Zeus. When they usually did that, it didn't affect any other enemies, except for Zeus and the final battle of God of War 2. But here it does, and still as always yields magic. So here's our next puzzle. A bit of Guitar Hero, if you will. Yeah, Guitar Hero and God of War. Although in Guitar Hero 3, there was actually a rock remix of The End Begins from God of War 2, but that's only in the PS3 version. You can also download it, and I did, and it is awesome. It really is. So in here, you first want to get all the chests before you proceed to attempting this, including a phoenix feather, a health chest, and some experience. Don't touch that just yet. You're not supposed to. And when you're done, you're gonna want to go over here and push this up 3 times so it can form a blade. I think Blade of Olympus or Blade of the Gods from God, which is the weapon Kratos used against Ares in God of War 1. I'm assuming it's the Blade of Olympus, just in a gold form, even though both do highly resemble each other. So yeah, just push this and the previous thing 3 times, or 4, as long as it resembles the blade, and skip that one, and push that once, and now you're ready. Well, after I finally get control, that is. Can I please have control back? Please? For the love of God. Oh. Now, the button presses here are the same exact things every time, so you don't have to worry too much. Of course, if you mess up one prompt, you have to restart. I first thought this was the End Begins or the Vengeful Spartan, which are the themes of God of War 1 and 2 respectively, but it doesn't really sound like it. They're essentially weaving that, or whatever. And, well, that's about it. And now it's being brought to the upper chamber. Of course, we can't go back to it the way we did. We have to take an elevator. I do not have a good feeling about what's about to happen. Oh. Oh, not you. we still don't have the power to break their shields. And I don't think a Cyclops is going to come in, so... they want you to stone the enemies, actually. So you can try and get the Gorgon to try and stone you, and then you can petrify them with the counter. And then you can kill it in peace, and prepare for the next wave. Which shouldn't be too hard. But this is going to be very difficult because of the small space, and the fact that you can't really do much about the enemies. Now, if you do go to Burst Gorgon, another one will spawn for you, so you don't have to be worried. I usually like to prepare this Gorgon for these guys. But you should be used to fighting Gorgon.